Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Business Podcast, your source for all things business. I'm your host, Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, moneymatterstoptips.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today is a very special reunion 2020 episode. What is that? That's when I bring on a guest I had on in the past, and I liked him so much, I had to bring him right on back. So today's guest is Eric O'Brien, and he's the founder and president over at Mosaic Employee Benefits. Eric, welcome back to the show.
I appreciate it, Adam. Good to hear from you again.
Oh, man, happy 2020. We're back, and excited for today's topic. So we're going to get into employee benefit systems. But before we do that, I don't want to assume all our new listeners caught your first episode. So let's just start off with a little overview of what you're doing over at Mosaic Employee Benefits and how you're helping your clients.
Yeah, certainly. We at Mosaic, we target people or business owners and businesses under 500 employees. Typically most of our clients are under 100 employees, which is a very interesting market, small and mid-sized market, because, we have various products being developed rapidly around, helping these businesses reduce their health insurance premiums, increase their benefits package, attraction and retention, specifically MEWAs, multiple employer welfare arrangements. And then we also specialize in self-funding for these smaller employers. More and more these carriers are intrigued and interested in cash plus businesses and willing to help these companies, with 50 to 75 to 100 employees self-fund traditionally in the past. They have not been allowed to do that. So, we target the small business. We have about 200 clients nationwide. And, that's our niche. And we love working with those business owners and helping them progress and run a successful business.
So I know that not all plans, not all benefits, not all admin systems are created equal. So let's get a little bit further into what are some of the important things that these small businesses, this niche, should be looking at when they're kind of shopping around. Let's start there.
Yeah, certainly. Technology is playing a huge role in simplifying the benefits admin organization, which typically for a small business you have, your business owner or maybe a part-time HR person running those tasks within your business. And the first frustrating part about technology being attached to benefits would be if you're shopping for it for yourself and it's not provided by a broker. Well, there's 100 plus, different technologies out there that you can choose from, and a new one's being added almost every week. So which one is the right one for you? And specifically at Mosaic, for at least the next couple years until we, find something maybe better, we partnered with Bernie Portal. And Bernie Portal is a benefits admin system, basically that is a professional presentation, an extension of your onboarding new hire process relative to your benefits. So on the initial stage, your employee is going to have a mobile app now on their phone where they can enroll in their benefits, see their cost per pay 24/7. It's a universal portal where they can see their health, dental, vision, life, accident, disability insurance all in one spot whenever they want with just the click of their finger. Whereas traditionally in the past, they have to sign into maybe 3 or 4 different portals specific to that certain carrier. So for the employee, it's much simpler to access their benefits. And brokers out there these days are offering these technology portals as a complementary product. So specifically when you are shopping your benefits or maybe looking at a second opinion from another broker, the clients, the business owners or the HR specialists should definitely be looking for a broker to partner with that has technology to provide them. It's going to make their life a lot simpler, and they're not out there having to make the choices. So that's definitely something to keep an eye out for when you are shopping your broker.
Man, that makes so much sense. I mean, I'm just trying to think about it's been a little bit of time since I worked for a large company, but when I did, I'm like, I didn't have an app on my phone where I could check stuff. And if you just think about the amount of, especially for small businesses, you got 10 people or 20 people at the shop or whatever, and you're like, every single question they have is another phone call. That's more time taken away from your day or whomever's the HR person's day that could be doing something else, which technology can solve that, right? They just look on their phone. They had a question about about something else. It's right there. They can do the research themselves, and then if they need some follow-up, then great. Then obviously they'll have to contact HR or whomever is in charge of it. But if not, if it was just a simple question, that's one less phone call.
It's a lot of less phone calls,
Mm-hmm.
even for that 50-person group. I mean, that HR manager typically isn't quaint with their benefits package relative to the individual enrolled who has the question, and it could take them an hour or 2 hours of research just to figure out what an issue is, or how to recall their password to log into a separate carrier portal. It simplifies the process immensely for these HR people, and really allows them the time to focus on what is important. And if you're an HR person, that's the culture within your business, making sure your employees are happy. And actually, the federal regulations that keep changing on a day-to-day basis relative to FMLA, relative to, pre-tax spending, all that jazz. So, and if you're the business owner and you're wearing multiple hats and you're an HR
then you're
person
loving
too,
it even more.
Oh my gosh, yes. And you don't want to be that person that has to go choose that portal. So, if you are shopping a broker who has technology, typically it's going to be one of 5 platforms that are the more popular ones out there. It is a growing industry, but these guys, most brokers are smart at picking their technology, and they're all doing about the same thing. So, just know that you shouldn't overspend on it, and it should be complimentary if you found a good broker. They're doing the right thing for you. So, and it's more than just a mobile app and an organization. It's, making the onboarding process as far as new hires easy. A lot of these technologies have that API or the EDI feed, and it communicates directly with your payroll system, so you don't have to manually feed the pre-tax deductions. It's doing it for you. You don't have to manually fill out 1094s, 1095s, which pretty much are moot at this point because you don't get penalized for not having a qualified health insurance plan anymore. But from a tax standpoint, from a cloud standpoint, an organization, these technologies are wonderful items, and I'm glad to be working in my industry at a time where technology is an increased importance.
That's awesome. So, Eric, final couple questions. Number one, you answered, which is what type of businesses do you like working with? So you're definitely focused very heavily on the small business sector, so we know what type of people should be following up. Number two, if somebody's listening to this and they want more information on Mosaic, what's the best way for them to follow up and to connect?
Yeah, definitely. We have a website at www.mosaicemployeebenefits.com. You can look us up there. All our contact information is on there. You can reach out to one of our sales specialists, director of accounts, or myself. Has our numbers and our emails on there. We'd be happy to discuss technology, benefits, anything. It's our profession. So if it's just questions, feel free to call us and we'll help you out.
Fantastic. Well, hey, Eric, been awesome having you back on this reunion 2020 episode. Gonna bring you back on for in 2021. We'll see what's happening then. Like, what's going on now, Eric? Tell me something new. I love it. But until then, again, thank you for coming on the show, and to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget, subscribe to the podcast, but also leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Business, then give that a subscribe. But let's keep the conversation going. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the episode and what you're doing in employee benefits. So let's keep the conversation going on the YouTube community. And Eric, thanks again for coming on the show.